Hi, welcome to the Ambient iPad. Today we're going to do a live electronic music jam. I've got an instance of apeMatrix open. Let's start out with some drums. Actually, let's go there. We'll use Ruismaker, connect and show. Let's load something here. I do have a patch, but actually I'd love the 70s analog kit, which is based on the Roland CR78. Which came out in the 70s. All right, let's try some X0X here, connect and show. Open up the MIDI patch bay, and let's get X0X to trigger the drums. Whoops, wrong. There we go. All right. So let's hit play, starting with the bass drum. Move on to the snare. Actually, that offbeat one's okay. Let's do some close hi-hat here too. And where's the open hat? Okay, that'll do for now. Let's, oops, we don't want to do that. We're just trying to get into the tempo here. Let's go down. Let's stick with 100 for now. All right, you know what? Let's add another drum, but a different. I really want to go to the Axon 2. It's going to be interesting to see how these interact. Oh, I love the default sound for Axon 2. Let's open up a patch here. Ooh. That could be cool. You know what? I want to get the tempo down even more. That's just a little too. Give it a minute. Seconds for the tempo to get used to the tempo. You know what? That is a little. So I like that actually, but for a different reason, not really for drums. So I still want another instance, and actually because I've got that one going, I think I may go to that hi-hat. That never gets old. One note bass line. No, thank you. Actually, I like that. Okay, but the first thing we're going to do is turn off the other instance, because that we're going to make more melody line. And I'm already getting, trying to be somewhat symmetrical, but these are already out of order. The drums will be separated by a melodic thing. Okay, so that I like. You know what, let's focus on that bed. And let's add some kind of effect here. I don't want delay. Maybe I want a little delay. Some kind of modulation. Is I don't know much about this app. It was like 99 cents at one point and billed itself as an old school chorus. But the one thing I found with this is that it's very subtle. Like you gotta jack the mix up a bit. So you can kind of hear it there. Bring the rate down. Bring the rate real down here. Just really trying to slightly double it. What does that do? little kind of depth and movement. Let's just stick with that. So we want to do some kind of bass line, but something out of the ordinary. Kronecker for a bass line. Actually, I really want to get weird. Mersenne for a bass line. This will be interesting. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is let's get the external keyboard for that. So, okay. And I'm going to turn everything else off right now. Turn the bed off for sure. Let's keep that going. I'll turn one of them off. Let's keep the basic line going. And as I pointed out in another video, when you have a lot of instruments going, reverb, particularly on drums, gets lost. But now that I've turned everything off, there's actually, a fair amount of reverb on the drums. This instance, more than I typically would have. But if you add everything else back in, it cancels it out. It's still there if you listen to it, but I like the reverb mix among these three. Actually, I'm not going to boost it. I may just bring in a different reverb for that more kind of rhythmic melodic bit. All right, let's turn those back off again so we can carry on with our out of the ordinary bass line. Let's try this. Logically, symmetrically, I should have realized this at the beginning. All right, so we've got our quote-unquote bass line that we did in Cells. And you know what? I had another part. All right, so I found a sound that I'm somewhat happy with. I'm going to do some tweaking on this now. I edited a lot of this out because nobody needs to see me kind of scrolling through all the different sounds. So let's get out of this and let's see. Actually, the effects. I'd like to get some delay on this. Looks like there is delay, but I'm not really hearing it. Okay, this actually will work. All I did was get rid of the down octave on tone B, but it's just too. Everything's really loud compared to that. So one thing I want to do is let's bring in Kosmonaut. Okay, that could work. Let's just bring everything back in and see where we're at. Oh, where are you, Schlap? Okay, so we're going to add Schlap. We need to add, definitely, let's just add it. Let's just add everything to it. Immediately I hear the volume rising, which is antithetical to what we're trying to do. So let's just find a patch here. I'm just going to the default. Thank you. And let's tweak here. Compressor is actually something I know about and can do from scratch. Being a bass player, compression is extremely important. But I will say that it's not the sexiest effect, compression, but it can add a lot, it can take a lot away from a mix, and it's a total valuable tool to understand and know. And actually from a default perspective, this isn't that bad. We have a soft knee here, threshold is pretty normal, the ratio, that's typically what I would use on bass. I wouldn't go to above 3:1, and I would usually use 2:1, but this isn't a bass. So, all right, we've got our matrix completely filled with some instruments and effects. Let's hear what it sounds like from a performance mix perspective. So there you have it, a little live jam with Ruismaker, Axon 2, Mersenne, some Rozeta instances, X0X and Cells, Kosmonaut. You know the other effects, we talked about them as we fill the slots with it. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and good luck with your own music.